Just share your experience with equality keys and just introduce yourself, and then we'll go into sort of a Q&A. Hi, Leela. Leela can make it beautiful. Hi. There is some music playing in the background. It's sort of like deep house. It's to neutralize and get everybody on here, and then we'll go right at it. We'll see if I'd love to leave the music in the background, but I'll have to turn it down a little bit. Can you hear me, Leela? Okay.
Can hear you, yeah.
Cool. Oh, yeah.
So we'll give it till 6:07. So Leela, this is Paul. I'm not sure if you met him before, but Paul is man. His name, Man Found Standing, is his medicine man name. And we're gonna wait a few minutes to get everybody on here. I know John Caldwell wants to get on here, so sort of waiting on him, and maybe Tiana. She said she might be able to. And Paul will go into a short intro about who he is and what Equality Keys is, and then we'll go into a Q&A and get to learn about this partnership proposal. There's John. Yay. Hi, John. How's it going? Where do you?
What's up, Mito?
How's it going?
Good, buddy.
Killer. Got some deep house in the background to get the vibes rolling. And we're going to wait for maybe, let me just double check who is going to come on here. Mike is on. David Camp didn't really identify if he was, but he seemed interested. Amara said she might. Okay. Okay. I'm available tonight for tomorrow. Not fine. Okay, so I think this is all. For now, let me turn down the music. If somebody joins in later, they shall join in. Okay, beautiful. So hi, guys. We have Paul, who is the creator of Equality Coins. And hi, Doran, Shiza. I didn't see you guys. That kind of scared me. And he's the creator of Equality Coins, and this is sort of a Q&A and to get to know what this merger is about. So if Paul, you want to introduce yourself, you can go ahead right now. That's all you.
Okay. Starting off, I grew up in the alternative healthcare industry and field and things, essential oils, herbal supplements, and all of that. Back in 2003, I was adopted as a medicine man, just for my expertise in the essential oils industry there. From out west, I moved to Missouri. I'm currently living in Ava, Missouri, which is southwestern part of Missouri, and I'm a president of the New Haven Native American Church there. How I kind of all came about this whole cryptocurrency thing was about a little bit over 2 years ago. I was first introduced to cryptocurrency. Yeah, I heard Bitcoin and knew very little bit about it, but I started jumping in and learning about cryptocurrency and reading about Bitcoin and seeing the whole true vision, and I became converted. I mean, my first cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, I bought it $170 there, and which is good. And I kind of jumped in and got involved and started doing things and telling people about it. After looking at the cryptocurrencies and everything going on, I realized that there were some major problems coming in. Like Bitcoin, for example, can be easily taken down by a competing platform or a government entity quite easily there. I mean, $10-20 million and they could knock it down. I wanted to be able to do something with the alternative currencies, the cryptocurrencies, just because, well, it's the true power behind the system. I mean, if you go in and you look at all the bad things happening in the world and the different things, it's really has to do with the governments and the politicians being bribed and lots of things that they step above and beyond the will of the people and end up eventually just hurting the people. And I can already look down and see that America is heading for, a zero devaluation of their currency. I mean, basically bringing their dollar down to zero, total collapse of that monetary system, just like all the other systems that have went before it. The tens of thousands of others, fiat currencies, they've all been returned to zero. And I can see that because of the world economy and the way things are in technology, when this happens, there's going to be some major consequences for the world in and of itself. And also, a lot of this controlling of money and controlling of power and controlling of all these other things, it does some really bad things in the world. Things that people don't necessarily want, wars for profit and other things like that. So as I was looking at, the Bitcoin and the other cryptocurrencies and saw that this is a way that we could take away our money and our things and vote for another system, vote for a system that we're not going to support the corrupt banking or corrupt politics in this way. And then it kind of came up with a plan of, hey, look, there isn't really a cryptocurrency out there that's run by the people, for the people, and has true backing. I mean, there's lots and lots of other cryptocurrencies that they go out and they'll make it, and they'll make millions of dollars for the people who create it, and they get going and are popular, but it's not helping the world. It's just helping another thing. So I kind of got thinking about, why don't it comes down to it is, I see something and I realize there's something in it, and it's like, well, if it's not already out there, I should go and build it. So I just started to go in and start putting together and starting to build the Equality Coin to fix the cryptocurrency's problems, to have it some backed assets, and also to be able to link up with the nonprofit organizations that want to change the world, to be able to go and grow assets and grow things of value that'll continue to grow the world. Like, for example, I've got some people that they are doing some organic hydroponic farming techniques, and they're being able to get these $150,000 systems down and being able to rebuild them for about $10,000. And so if we go out and start, building these systems, we can go in and create a lot of jobs, a lot of building alternative housing constructions, a lot of things that end up really come around, and you say, hey, look, come live in this house, have all your food, clothing, housing needs all taken care of, everything you need, have a little bit of money on the side, and only work 3 days a week. The rest of the time is yours. You can go, start living your life. So instead of, working 40 hours plus hours just to maintain, you can actually just have all your needs met, and you go out and do some good with some organic, sustainable farming and things like that. So kind of they have the dream to go out and build 1 million of these greenhouses, and plus a lot more, and provide the organic food that people need. But they are lacking funding. So kind of one of my things is, wow, have this nonprofit connect up with the Equality Currency. They can start getting funding in to start building what they want, and the land that's backing and the sale of their goods and stuff can all go back into helping create more value for the country. It can just grow and grow and grow. So the whole idea behind the Equality Coin is to get a decentralized cryptocurrency that's run by the people, for the people, that has real tangible fixed assets behind it. And those are the nonprofits. I mean, like, for example, Bitcoin, you know, it starts out pretty easy to mine a Bitcoin, but then now it's getting more and more complicated. Now they're spending hundreds of dollars in electricity, plus, you know, all the computer hardware and all this. And they've literally spent millions or billions of dollars getting the Bitcoins where they're at now. I mean, just imagine if they turned around and said, you know, instead of us wasting all this money on electricity and computer hardware, what if they set up the system where those millions or billions of dollars would have went into, you know, sustainable farming or help the poor in the world? It's like it wouldn't have been wasted.
It doesn't sound efficient. Initially, you can do it for cheap, and then now I have to pay money to mine it, and then it gets into long hours of mining. It's not worth it.
They could have.
Can we mine Equality coin?
No. What it is there's going to be 1 billion created. That's all that's ever going to be created. However, when we have our platform up and running, you'll be able to have, we'll call it synergizing rewards, meaning if you have your computer linked in to the wallet application and have that linked in there, you'll be able to get a portion of the transaction rewards. So like, let's say,
so the first thing that pops in my mind is why are you limiting the creation of Equality coins? Why is it at 1 billion and not more, and why can't it be uncapped?
Uncapped, there's a couple reasons for that. Number one, uncapped doesn't create a sustainable long-term plan for the currency. For example, you go to the marketplace and you go and you buy one tomato, that, you know, you're going to be there. If there's only one tomato in the whole market, you're going to be paying $3, $4, $5 for that tomato. You go to the market and there's millions of tomatoes all over the place, and they're going rotten and everything. You know, you'll probably pick up a tomato, 100 tomatoes for $1. So having them unlimited, really that creates your value being zero. I mean, at any time you can go.
Who's you in this case? Equality coin?
No, the person who creates an unlimited currency. It's through limiting the number that you have. The supply and the demand creates more value. I mean, down the road, the people could vote. You know, they can say, hey, look, you know, we don't like the price of the Equality currency being $20,000 a coin. We don't like that. Here, let's go create another, 10 billion coins and drop down the price to $200. You know, the people can vote for that and have it. But right now, we just very much want to keep it limited supplies. So there's a limited supply and demand. And really, you know, because of the decimal places and everything, it really doesn't matter how many there are, because, I mean, it's going to go out 8 decimal places. So if you have, 1/1 billionth of a coin, you know, and that value, it's just kind of like Bitcoin. I mean, right now, $500 of Bitcoin is about 0.2 of a Bitcoin.
So is Bitcoin uncapped or is it capped?
Bitcoin is capped. Yeah.
At how much? How many?
21 million. It'll be about I don't know, I forget, about 50, 60, 70, 80 years or whatever. It's going to maximize at 21 million.
Okay. In a certain amount of years, so in about 20 years, that's when it's going to reach its 21 million. And at that point, you can't purchase any Bitcoins from your local Bitcoin store. You'll have to go get on an exchange, on a trade.
Yeah, the exchange. The miners aren't going to be mining that way anymore. The miners are going to be turned more as a processing centers. You know, more. They'll take a small fee for each transaction. They won't be. They'll be putting the transactions through and taking that little small fee off of it all the time instead of mining.
Okay, so can I purchase Bitcoin, or do I only mine it?
Oh no, you can purchase Bitcoin off of any exchange right now. That's pretty much any exchange can do it. Matter of fact, most I wouldn't suggest anybody try mining it unless you're going to dump in 50, $200,000 in computer equipment, because you're just really not going to make any money if you don't have at least that minimum amount of backing. And normally it's millions of dollars you need to get a good footing in it. Right now, the cheapest way for you to get a Bitcoin is to just go buy it on the exchange.
Okay, cool. Literally, yeah. So the reason you're capping it to $1 billion is to keep a set value for every coin from day one. And then that set value fluctuates over time, whether it increases or decreases.
Yes, correct. It's going to, naturally on the market up and down, it'll increase and decrease. But the way we have it, where we keep adding assets and backing to the coin, the backing will always increase. Like, let's just stay at the start. We just have $10 million backing the coin at the start. Well, in 10 years, we have 10 billion coins, $10 billion worth of assets back in the coin. That's naturally going to make the coin be more valuable, and more of demand. So over time, we will increase the assets and things backing the coin, which will then increase the coin's price in the marketplace.
Okay. And initially, what price did you want to put per coin? And how many coins are you releasing initially? Because things have changed. What is basically the ASC? I happened to pop in and see their website. A friend told me about it and saw it, and it's like, oh my gosh, they're doing what I'm doing. They're going about it through the social networking side and doing it where I was going to build the coin and then bring in the social aspect. And I saw, why do the same thing? Why don't we just team up together rather than do two competing things? And so we're kind of changing it. Right now, I have some programmers that are working on building the coin. We about a year and a half ago, I had a programmer that was starting to build our coin. He got 90 to 95% done. I found out he was sneaking in some back-end code there. That he was going to go in and do things that would have stole coins, stole money, stole all that. So we fired him. I should have listened to my intuition 2 weeks sooner. We fired him, scrapped his code, scrapped the whole project until I could go in and work with people I could trust. The good thing about that is we found a much better way of doing things. Our platform that we're building and going to do, it's going to be phenomenal. We love it, but at the start out, we were going to. It's 1 billion coins. They're going to be launched out there. Initially, 1 billion all at once.
1 billion all at once. Those are going to go into the people that currently hold keys, right? Their hands, and out to the nonprofit organizations. From there, the nonprofit organizations will be able to sell them as directed and do things that way. So they're all going to be released.
So to just sort of recap, 1 billion all at once. It's going to be split amongst people who already own keys and people who and NGOs and humanitarian companies. They're going to hold all those keys spread among all of those people.
Yes.
Why do you advise? Why do you think that's a good idea?
Well, number one, it's not in somebody's control. It's in lots of people's control, and the people can have control. And as more people come in, they can get the coins from the nonprofits and do all that, because we don't want them owned by one person. I mean, let's, like, for example, let's go Bitcoin. The original Satoshi Nakamoto, or whatever, he created Bitcoin. He's sitting on $2+ billion worth of Bitcoins in value. If all of a sudden he sees the market goes up and he just goes, dump it, he dumps it, it's going to crash. He's just going to walk away and take a couple $1 billion and walk away, but it's going to crash and hurt that marketplace. And so, like, let's say I was controlling the coins, or somebody else organization was controlling those coins. if it got really popular, all of a sudden they could just go and dump a whole bunch of coins, crash the market, and cause a lot of harm to a lot of the little guys. So we don't want that. What we want to do is I'm not sure where we're starting out the coin's value. I know the keys right now are worth $1. I know we were going to do a 1-to-1 exchange for one key to one equality coin, so it's going to be worth $1. But I think right off the bat, we're going to just pump it up to $2. So if people want to start selling their coins and doing other things or trading it, I'm going to be getting some merchants here that'll sell their products for their equality coins. We can do everything, and we'll probably just start it out for a little bit, a couple months, and see where they're at $2. But the key is to keep steadily raising the value, because the more that the nonprofits can sell and raise, the more they can come in and backing their currency down. Get assets and get backing for it. But
so that would be a future question. Where are we going to get those assets? So to keep us on point, how much is the coin going to be worth? It's going to be worth $1. So is it going to be separate from keys? Are we initially going to exchange keys for equality, or is it going to be equality? How's that going?
Right now, what we're looking at is exchanging keys for equality. So anybody who's holding keys right now, which Dakota said was about 50,000 keys are out there, we're going to exchange them 1-to-1, and they're going to at least be worth $1 each. But I think on the exchange, we're going to be doing some things and doing it. But like in the merchants there, probably right off the bat is they're going to jump in price and be $2. I'm going to tell none of the nonprofits, don't sell any of the equality coins for less than $2 there, or give them away for less than $2 value or anything. So they'll just automatically start improving in value as we can go along. As we bring more people in, we'll be able to do that. People can buy them off of the exchange, or they can get them through other people or through nonprofits or other stuff like that. So right off the bat,
50,000,
it's really going to be $2. It's going to jump up to $2.
Anything past the 50,000 keys will be worth $2 at that point.
Yes.
So everybody who has keys is going to be forced to exchange it to equality if this merger goes through. And then and those keys will be at 1-to-1 value, where it's not going to be at 1-to-2. And then after that, every coin is going to be worth $2.
Yeah.
Great. And when did you open Equality Keys? Why did you choose the name Equality?
Well, I chose the name Equality, the Equality coin there, because it's about joining and having equality for everybody on the planet. I mean, and really that can go to a lot of different ways. Everything on the planet too. We're all part of the Creator's creation.
I personally love the name Keys. I feel it's like keys to the future. I feel like it's. I just like the idea of the name Keys. Equality to me sounds very nonchalant. It's very neutral. It's equality, right? It's very I don't know how to explain it, but it's very sort of typical. It's not a strong name out there. If my pen just broke in 7 pieces, but I like the name Keys. If anything, how lenient are you with the name itself?
I'm fine with name changes. I liked it. I mean, my brother, he gave me some other suggestions, but we didn't want to be offensive to certain governmental organizations and things like that. But I'm open to changing it. I mean, right now now's the time to change it, but we have the .com, .net, .org and all that, but we could easily change the name to anything. To me, I like the name, but
a combination of the two, we could do Equality Keys, right? We could just combine the two.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Whoa, cool.
We just have to go by the .com, .net, .org, but yeah, we could do Equality Keys.
the coin is kind of like, it's just mass produced. Everyone wants to be a coin. This new one that you and I are both in, Paul, Pro Currency, that's a whole different story. That's, completely different too. So, equality keys might be, the key to unlocking, this.
Unlocking the equality and world abundance.
Yeah. You do a lot of spin-off on that,
That's the motto. That's the slogan. Cool.
Yeah. Hey, I think the strategy implementing a slow growth of us telling the price point and having the steady growth from $1 to $2, and then in a couple of months go up another dollar or two. That will show investors and people that want to bring money to the table that we have steady growth, don't have a fluctuating coin that's going up and down, super volatile. And before we go public, we show that steady growth, and we show that influx of all these new people purchasing the coin. And then at one point we decide to launch the public offering so that people can exchange it on the exchange. That is a way to bring in confidence and investment from people who simply see the value in our coin and watch it going up. And the biggest fear is fear of missing out. And if you know that it's going to be going up in price, and you know that you can get it at a cheaper price now, you're going to want to get in and bring your money to the table now in exchange for equality keys before it goes up in value, so that you get more purchasing power in our system. I think that is definitely something that we should implement. It would help me. It would help me sell it to my people who already invest in all these other cryptocurrencies that I'm in. So,
okay,
yeah, that'd be great.
I'm curious. I'd like to ask. I'm curious what the Equality Coin network is like now. Like, I know that you're working with several nonprofit organizations, and like, what's the network like? Because that's the value.
We haven't been focusing on the network really. I mean, we've got a few of the New Haven Native American Church and a couple other Native American churches that are nonprofits that are there, but really. We haven't branched out to go and get our network there. We were going to build it and then branch out. So it's really just a few hundred of us that kind of know about it, because I've kind of talked about it, but we haven't really started to do anything about it yet. But that's the whole thing, is to link it up and then start going around and taking it to merchants, taking it to people. A lot of the key to the success is having the merchants be able to take it, whether it's, people with online stores, soap makers or anything like that, being able to have people to actually use it in their everyday life and to use it. That's because the more ability they have to spend it, the more people are going to come in to use it there, especially spending it at a discount. I mean, I have, one of my things is, one company we're working with is like, hey, look, if you use the cryptocurrency, you get a 10% off on your order right there. That's going to naturally create customers going, wait, what is this cryptocurrency? What's going on? And get more people coming in. So right now, really, we don't have too much of a network. I mean, my brother, he's got more of a network out west, where he's told me he's got 5,000 people that were ready to jump in when we're ready to launch it and go. But again, it's a matter of, is that just saying it's what people do? We don't know just yet.
So this is definitely a question that's been on my mind, and you just brought it up right now, which is, how are you bringing in the funding? So based on the proposal, you're going to invest personally $10,000 in cash. And then you're going to have 6,000 ounces of silver, which is approximately worth 5,000 USD.
No, it's worth 100 and something thousand USD.
Yeah. Silver's like $16 to $17 an ounce right now. So 6,000 times 17.
Okay, I did that calculation. Right, it was about 170. We can do that right now. So 6,000 by 100 by 17 is $102,000.
Yeah.
So you're personally investing $112,000, and then, as said per proposal, that you'll be able to get in $1 million to $2 million in the future. Now, how do you plan on getting that amount of money?
That's already in with the nonprofits, just like all the other funds do. It's all in the nonprofits, and we have it in land right now. And we're just going to go and back the land with the Equality coin.
Yeah, Mito, that's why he's able to issue the coins to the nonprofits, because they're providing assets, the backing for the coin.
Okay.
For the,
Oh, it's an exchange.
yeah, it's an exchange. So they're not purchasing them. They're just providing the assets that are, the backing. I mean, he's right. There's no cryptocurrency out there that has anything that's physically backed. Okay, so back in the 1930s, we went from a fiat currency that's backed by gold. Then we went to a fiat currency that's backed by nothing. So you can print the hell out of it, backed by nothing. Then now they created cryptocurrency that has scarcity. Scarcity is the key. Bitcoin has 21 million coins. We're going to have 1 billion coins. It creates scarcity. There's no more that ever can be created. So that means that it's rare, right? It cannot be manipulated, right? That's the key.
Yeah.
The second key to cryptocurrency is usability. We have to create a platform that can be used among the masses. So I have some ideas on that, but we can go over that later. So now we have a cryptocurrency that not only has scarcity, but it's going to have some type of asset backing. That's incredible. I mean, that's like the ultimate currency. How can that go down in value? There's an asset behind it. There's people behind it, for our services and our work as a human being, and then cryptocurrency that has scarcity that creates the value. This is the way I explain crypto in the simplest form to people that do not understand it. Okay, and I wanted to share this with you guys because I think it's important when you're trying to help other people. Imagine a vault, a gold vault with 21 million gold coins in that vault. And those gold coins, every single person on the planet can use those gold coins as to buy any service or product. And those can be exchanged between anybody around the whole world, and it can be sent instantly to and from anybody in the whole world with nothing but a smartphone. Would you not want to have one of those gold coins?
Yeah. Money to me sort of feels like that right now. E-transfers and everything.
So the cool thing about Bitcoin is that it can be fractionalized down to 1/100 millionth of a Bitcoin, which is called a Satoshi, after the creator Satoshi Nakamoto, who actually nobody knows who that is, by the way. Some people said it might be Alan Greenspan, who was head of the Federal Reserve. But
that was an awesome recap on how cryptocurrencies work and the advantages of how when they're backed. They're actually backed off an asset in this case. I personally thought it was $10,000 of cash.
Now,
if it's okay, if I can just pass the baton over to Paul.
Now I just went in on my other computer here and I bought equalitykeys.net.com.org, all that. So we own that now, so we can change the name.
Okay, cool. So what
I want to do it now before someone else gets it.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Hi guys, I just want to say hi. I'm gonna hop off the meeting. I don't even know what it's.
Hi T, glad to have you on here.
John knows financial stuff isn't my bundle of joy, so I'm gonna go do something I like. I actually, I trust you guys have it covered because you're brilliant.
Thank you, T.
I love you. Bye.
Hello.
Bye. Hello.
Paul, how you doing?
Good.
Good to see you. It's Dakota over here.
Yeah.
Good to kind of meet you in person. Got a couple of questions for you. I'm curious, do you have any education or training in economics or like investment or like writing documentation to appeal to investors?
No. I have some accounting background. I'm an entrepreneur, own my own business there. And just generally, I try to approach things on what do I like, what do I see, and how can I mess things up if I was some wicked, evil control person. I try to see things from all different angles of the good and the bad and try to move things forward from there. So not specifics, but I mean, if we need specific things written up, I hire smarter people than me to do their specific jobs because they usually do a better job than I could.
What is your net worth?
Phenomenal.
Paul, if it's okay for me to ask you.
You know, if you don't mind, I just have a couple more questions for Paul. So, talking a little bit earlier about how the network is really the value to this currency. And I feel like that's what we're primarily bringing to the table, is that we have the largest network of world changers in the Western hemisphere of this planet. So we're bringing a lot to this table. And I'm just, I'm curious, like what exactly, again, are you bringing in the sense of how many buy orders are you placing? So I get that you're going to place buy orders to give value. Like, what does that look like? Like, is that 60K, 70K? What is that? And then as far as a player, as a team player in our global family, what's your thing? Like, where do you excel at? It sounds like you have some business management and creation experience. I'd just like to hear you describe your talents.
Talents wise, well, number one, I'm a Scorpio, which means I'm very intense and very business oriented as well there. Hardworking. What I bring to the table, generally, I try to turn around and I look at things where there are weaknesses and I turn around and make suggestions where there can be strengths. I really like to see a dream and see a goal and see it actually accomplished and done right and done correct. The key is, yes, the network and the people are great and all wonderful, but you know, it comes down to if you build
I'm
a
going to
house
have
on
to pause you there. Sorry, Paul. We have less than a minute remaining on this meeting. Would you guys like to extend the meeting to another room and continue? Yes?
Yeah.
Are you okay with that, Paul?
Yes, that'd be great.
Awesome. I'll repost the new Zoom link on Facebook. See you guys there.